It is a day and night of celebration for the world champion Atlanta Braves. I'm Jeff Hullinger with Maria Martin. We are at the bat outside Truist Park, where a crowd has been assembling since about 7:30 this morning, and we are seeing this crowd growing right now. We can also smell the grilling of meats behind
incredible.
us. It is as much
torture,
a part of
I don't
baseball
know.
as the bat and the ball. But it is a cold day. I've got the hand warmers right now. You've got the gloves. But you know what? Who cares? It is a day that we don't see very often in these here parts, so it is one to celebrate, and it is one certainly to warm your heart.
You know, we don't have the crowds behind us, so I might need to go get us some pearl necklaces or something, because I feel like we don't have enough going here, Jeff, except the hand warmers and the gloves. It's funny.
You look better in pearl necklaces than I. So
I don't know. I think we're going to need to put one on you.
Well.
Okay, good. I'm going to put one on you. I'm going to go find one.
We'll pass.
You know, I heard some of the fans, especially the young ones, talking about Freddie Freeman. Everyone loves Freddie Freeman, but there's just one tricky thing about Freddie Freeman. He's a free agent now. The Braves have to get a deal done and get him back in Atlanta, because he really is a staple and has become that for the Braves. He was an NL MVP in 2020, and now we really want to see him back here in Atlanta, don't we?
Well, he has spent 12 years here, and much like Dale Murphy, much like Hank Aaron, much like Phil Niekro, this is one of the faces of the organization that is, you know, as much a part of baseball in the South as, you know, the voice of the late Skip Carey and Pete Van Wieren and Ernie Johnson Jr. It's synonymous with what the organization has become over the years. I can't imagine any scenario where he is not re-signed. I just
can't
think,
either. I don't want to anyway.
Well, I think when we hear people talk about him in the context of free agency, this is not, you know, your run-of-the-mill Major League Baseball player who will be playing for the Cubs next year, or or maybe the Angels out in Southern California. I mean, this is a much different instance, particularly coming off a World Championship. It is unimaginable for him to be somewhere else. So I, for one, and I don't know if fans feel this way or not, I don't worry about that. I think they will lock him down. I don't think this is an issue. I don't think it's a question of waking up in the morning saying, well, I wonder if the Freeman deal is done or if he is heading to ports unknown. I don't believe that.
Yeah, and, you know, I talked to Alex Anthopoulos multiple times about this, the general manager for the Braves. I said, I hate to ask you, and it was typically whenever they were celebrating something big, but what are you going to do with Freddie Freeman's contract? He repeatedly told me, listen, we love Freddie Freeman. We want him here. They drafted him back in 2007. He's been with the Braves and in a Braves uniform ever since he was drafted. So to finally hoist the Commissioner's Trophy was just kind of the cherry on top for him, and certainly gained him a lot of money. Not that he really needed any more push to get a massive contract. It's just whether or not the Braves can get it done. And, you know, like you said, I don't really see a scenario in which Freddie Freeman is not in a Braves uniform next year. I really believe that they're going to get it done. They're just going to get through the parade first, and Alex Anthopoulos can start talking dollar figures with Freddie Freeman, but he deserves every bit of that contract. He wants to be here too, by the way. I mean, he doesn't want to go anywhere else. He would love to be a lifer for the Braves, if you want to use that term. I think him and his family have built a fantastic home here. They're from California originally, but for them to be here in Atlanta and be a staple in this city, they love that. He, like you said, is the face of the franchise. He's a great leader for this organization. I would love to see Freddie Freeman back, and I don't see a scenario where he's not.
Well, look, he is in the midst of a Hall of Fame career, undoubtedly, and I think when you're talking about free agency, it's easy to talk about, you know, the astronomical numbers that are involved in Major League Baseball, but I also think that it also, a reference point is Albert Pujols, who leaves the Cardinals, goes to the Angels.
Yeah.
You know, the money was not significantly different, and Pujols is obviously a first ballot Hall of Famer, but going to the Angels, at least in my estimation, was a mistake. It's a mistake for his legacy. He was not the same in the American League. He was in an organization that did not put a team around him. He was in an organization, quite frankly, that's not like the Cardinals, one of the great passionate fan bases in all of American sports. Nobody cares about the Angels for the most part. That's the sad reality of it, and I think there is a lesson to be garnered, particularly for a great player like Freddie Freeman.
Yeah, and I'm really excited to see him continue with the Braves. We're just going to put it out there that he will potentially re-sign. At least we hope they can get that contract done, but